Thomas and Gina have been close friends for all their lives. Practically, some people call them brother and sister. Obviously, they are not related and they've been so close with each other, protect each other, being there for each other, ups and downs, from secondary school, primary, Jesus, all the way down to when they were done with their university and are working. Now, both of them decided to live together as roommates as they navigate their life. Gina, on the other hand, was lucky to find a job that has been paying very good salary, and she uses this salary to cater the home. Thomas, on the other hand, the work he does, the salary is not all that good, so it's only Gina that helps in paying all the bills in the house. Obviously, they have been so close, so they do things like family. Now, one day, Gina's family asked her, Gina, don't you think it's high time you start dating, having a relationship outside the friendship or whatever the two of you have going? Don't you think you are old enough to have your own relationship now? Immediately, Gina said, you know what? I think it's time for me to confess. I like Thomas a lot. I really love him. The shock on Gina's family's mother and sister's face was so bad. Wait, you love Thomas? Does he love you? Immediately Gina said, well, he hasn't told me anything about love, but he does everything for me. When I'm sick, anytime I call him, he's available. He's so sweet, he talks nicely to me. Now, the sister said, Gina, the question Mom was asking you is, does Thomas love you in terms of relationship? Has he ever mentioned relationship to you? Anything? Well, do you know what? I think I have to confess again. We've practically been doing things like lovers. We've shared kisses here and there. We've shared a tip of intimate moments together. Okay, has he officially asked you out? That is a question we are asking. Gina said, well, I mean, he doesn't need to ask me out officially. We are doing things as a couple in the house, so that will make up for it. Immediately, the sister said, Gina, I know I'm your younger sister, but I know how this relationship thing works. If a man hasn't opened his mouth to tell you that he wants you or wants relationship with you, he doesn't really want you if he hasn't said it. Gina said, I don't want to believe that. We have been family close for all these years, and we've been sharing intimate moments. What else or what more can he ask me for? Everything Gina's mother and sister would say, she has contra opinion to it. They just decided to leave her alone with whatever she has going with Thomas. One day, Thomas came back home very tired. The next morning, he was sick, couldn't go to work. Gina has to call office and also tell them that she won't be able to come to the office today because she is not feeling well. This was her excuse to cater for Thomas. So whilst this, he also decided that, you know what, I'm going to just be as close and good to you as you have done for me whilst I was also sick. Immediately, then Thomas has to thank Gina for everything he is doing. She's doing for her. At that moment, they shared everything together and this was going on smoothly. Again, this was all because Gina loves Thomas so much. After a few days, Thomas was well and back on his feet. Things went back to regular time. One day, whilst Thomas was at the office because he works with electronics, there's this beautiful young lady at work walked in to get some appliances. Thomas served her very well and found that she knew nothing about appliances. Then introduced himself to her and said, these are the things that you need if you have your funds. The lady laughed and said, funds is not the problem. Money is not the issue. I want the quality and quality only. Then Thomas introduced some of the best appliances to her. She was happy. She paid everything in full and asked Thomas if he knows of anyone who can come to her house to do some of the installation for her. Immediately Thomas said, I'm good with this. I've been working here for years and I can help you with anything you want. In terms of appliances, immediately they exchanged contact and Thomas went to her house to help with fixing the appliances she bought. Conversation led to one another and Thomas introduced her by saying that I really want to start my own company, my own appliances. I know some of the suppliers. All I need is funds to do and start this business. The lady in question, Priscilla, said, wow, you have so much knowledge and so much passion for this. If truly you have this so much knowledge, I can help you invest. I'm an investor, anything that will bring profit. Why not? I'll do that. Immediately, Thomas was so happy and was so happy that finally somebody who believed in his dream to become a business mogul. He went home and told Gina about this new development. Gina was not happy because the excitement on Thomas' face talking about this strange lady was not sitting well with her. She said, okay, so this strange, total stranger went to fix things in her home and all of a sudden she wants to invest in your business idea. Don't you think it's fishy? Thomas said, how is it fishy? A total stranger can just come up and help you, can't they? I know, but this is kind of strange. Well, Thomas said, I don't see it as strange. She's a beautiful young lady. I know her place. I know her house. And she's capable. She has shown that she's interested in my business plan. I'm just going to have my business plan drawn out, give her a percentage, take my own percentage. Immediately, Gina was not happy with this, but what can she do? This is one of the ideas that Thomas have had for years, wanted to be his own boss rather than working for someone. Gina went on to support him. Exactly 2 months, Thomas was having his own business and things were going on smoothly. Thomas started coming home late. Thomas started having dinner dates with Priscilla, chit-chatting, and everything was going on smoothly with him and Priscilla. Gina, on the other hand, was not having enough of Thomas anymore, and things were getting a bit weird for her. Gina started complaining to her sister that this is the attitude Thomas is putting on. The sister, Sonia, said, well, maybe it's because he's a boss on his own and he has to do things to make sure that the business runs smoothly, don't you think? Well, Gina said, yeah, that's true. But as time goes on, Gina and Thomas started drifting apart. One day, Gina approached Thomas and said, Thomas, what is the problem? We don't have our regular cinema sitting anymore, our Netflix and chill. We don't do that. You don't hug me, don't kiss me. What exactly is the problem? Thomas came up with excuses that the business is taking his time, and he has to make sure that things go on smoothly. He has to make sure that the business doesn't run down. Gina understood, but things were not settling down with her well, so she decided to do her own investigation. One day, she saw Thomas going to a strange house. And after waiting for a while, Thomas came out from the house with the same lady, Priscilla, kissing and hugging outside in front of his car. Gina was so heartbroken. She went home crying, and immediately Thomas came home, Gina did not waste any time and said, so, you are cheating on me. Thomas was confused, wanted to lie, but Gina said, these are evidence. I know you are going to come up with excuses, so I took pictures and videos of you and this lady whilst kissing. At this point, Thomas could not lie anymore and said, well, yes, I kind of feel I have feelings for Priscilla. Gina said, oh, so her name is Priscilla. Yes, I have feelings for her. I have been trying so much. It has been difficult for me to tell you, but since you found out, I think it's just right to know that I have feelings for this lady and I don't think you and I can work. Gina was heartbroken. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. What do you mean? Thomas had to repeat himself. At this point, Gina was crying. Next day, Gina prevented Thomas from going, but Thomas was like, I don't want us to fight. We've been family, we've been close, we've done things together for each other. I don't want you and I to fight. I have told you my intention towards Priscilla and I want you to understand. Gina was not understanding. At this point, Gina had to kneel down, beg, apologize, said, if I've done anything to you, tell me, let me apologize. I love you, no. In as much as I didn't tell me I love you. The shock on Thomas' face was like, well, okay, I think we should come clean and clear now. You love me, but I have never told you I love you. We've done things for each other. We've done things with each other. But relationship was not part of it. I will come back and we'll talk about this. This time, Gina has to call her sister. The sister has to come back and say, look, I told you. If a man hasn't opened his mouth to tell you that he likes you or wants you, there's no need to assume. I'm so sorry about this. Gina could not believe that this is what she has to go through. After a few days, Thomas has drifted apart and Gina has done things in her power to apologize, beg Thomas, but no to all of you. Now, things have escalated through West. And guess what? One day, Thomas came back from work and gave Gina a huge check and said, look, for all the years, for all the money you spent, all the expenses you spent in this house, this is your compensation because we are good friends and we are practically family. Immediately, Gina took the check, tore the check into pieces, and drove away. Gina's sister, Sonia, also watched on and shake her head and walk out of the house, leaving Thomas all alone in the house, either with regret or with satisfaction.
Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recaps.